where it's your conscience which tells you this is wrong and this is right. They say integrity is doing the right thing when nobody is seeing you. Yeah? When nobody is seeing you, but you're able to do the right thing, that is integrity. And those are high levels of integrity. Okay? And then the last one is duty to report and ethical conduct. So as we know that sometimes it's not us, the influence doesn't come from us, the control doesn't come from us, it comes from external interference. Yeah? Your bosses are saying do this or else you'll be fired, you'll be given the job, you'll be transferred. What should you do? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. So the danger is when you don't do what they want, like they have said, they will fire you. Yeah? If you don't do what they have said, they will transfer you. If you don't do what they have said, they will take so many actions that they will want to take. Yeah. So here we have an opportunity where we can report unethical conduct, because that in itself, the threats that they are giving you is unethical. Yeah. So you are supposed to report this unethical conduct to ACB, PPDA itself, the police. We also have financial intelligence unit. You're you're laughing and you're saying all these institutions are corrupt. So what should you do? So if you're going to report and nothing happens, there's a record that you lodged a complaint and then something has happened. That's why I was saying we have taken these things as a norm, as a way of life. Yeah? We think if we don't act in the interest of the people, but only for a few people, and that means we are saving them. Yeah? And you can even be threatened, you can even be killed. Yeah? If the worst comes to the worst, people have lost lives because they were trying to be good. But there are options. It's the system which is the evil process, if I may call it that way. Because if you're reporting something which is bad, yeah, if you're reporting something which you think is unethical, it means you need protection. That's why we have got what we call whistle blowers. Yeah, whistle blowers. We also have got what we call tip of anonymous. Yeah, so you report, but without exposing yourself or identifying yourself. Okay, so these are the avenues where you can use this. And then there are private institutions that are involved in doing these investigations. It's just that maybe, remember when I said that people will identify Malawi with three things: the corrupt way, the corrupt country. It's just that our systems also have become corrupt, and they have collapsed. All the governance structures have been weakened. Yeah, to the extent that even when you report, there will be no action. Recently, remember I told you that I lost a laptop. Thieves broke into my car, reported to the police, and nothing has happened. I just left it like that. I said, okay, I will find my own way of how I can manage to catch the thieves. But what if it's a syndicate where all players are involved? You see? But you don't just back out. There are other areas where you can report. Okay. So these are the ethical standards that we have said about: avoidance of conflict of interest, corrupt practices, confidentiality, post-employment, gifts and hospitality, fairness, and non-discrimination. It is very challenging to tell you the list that our procurement is very much exposed to bribes, frauds, and corruption. Yeah? It only takes somebody who is of high levels of integrity to stop that kind of system. Nobody should tell you that in procurement, that's where people make money. In fact, procurement should be said that's where people go to jail because you're stealing public money. When I was talking to the lower class, everybody's agreed to say no, and I wouldn't resist a temptation. If somebody is offering me 10 million, I'll take it because they said, oh, there's too much poverty. Yeah, I think that money can as well assist me and this and that. But to whose expense? You see? So, procurement, much as it is taken as a profession where it's exposed to these kind of things, I've also elaborated where other professions are exposed. Yeah. And big time, there's money circulating. We've heard about the judiciary, how cases are handled, how judges are manipulated, apparently, how lawyers, trick. So every profession seems to be exposed to corruption. But above all of this that we have discussed here is the rule of law. If we are there to observe the rule of law, if we are there to comply with the rule of law, and if we are held accountable for the wrong things that we have done, then all these things will stop. Maybe there were no cases of corruption, but they were never heard to this extent when there was a one-party system. Why? People were afraid. So in a democracy, everything is backed up. Everything is backed up, but it's not supposed to be like that. We also have got some democratic economies somewhere where corruption is evil and is punished big time. And more especially when you're doing corruption that is involving public funds, you are not spared. Yeah? We should not celebrate thieves that are engaged in corruption. We should not celebrate thieves that are pocketing public taxpayers' money. And make it worse, they even steal donor money. Somebody's tax from somewhere says, make a difference in your country, and you steal that money. That is even worse. So we should not celebrate when we see corruption thriving in Malawi. We should not, because we are stealing from ourselves. And procurement is very much exposed to corrupt practices, fraud, bribery, and unethical behavior. So to conclude, let's look at now the ethical code of conduct, where we have the precepts. You can write this. Yes. And this is coming from the Chartered Institute of Procurement and Supply. Number one is maintaining an, which is an, and then an impeachable, uni, maintaining an, you have written an, and okay, and then the other sentence is unimpeachable, unimpeachabl, an impeachable standard of integrity. Maintaining an unimpeachable standard of integrity. Number two is fostering the highest possible standards of professional competence. Fostering the highest possible standards of professional competence. So you as a procurement professional, you need to understand and have the necessary skills, competences, yeah, that will help you in your profession. Number three, optimizing the use of resources. Optimizing the use of resources for which they are responsible to provide the maximum benefit to their employing organization. And the fifth one, fourth, rejecting any business practice which might reasonably be deemed improper. So what can be some of the business practices that can be seen as improper from a supplier? Offering gifts, yeah. Price inflation, is that what you mean? Mm. Okay, okay, I get it. So like if they're supposed to deliver 20 laptops, they put two more or one more. Okay. What else? Improper business dealings. So you need to be, there's need for some what we call self-awareness. Yeah? Understand what it means when there is a supplier trying to advance on you. Yeah? Providing hospitalities, asking you to go for rides, to pay for your hotel bills, to pay for your school fees for your children, to give you a laptop. Remember that exercise we had, the presentation where Supplier was giving a laptop and says, no, I don't use it. And then eventually says, no, you can keep it. At the end of the day, that supplier will tell you, but you know, that laptop was not for free. Yeah? So you need to be able to analyze the environment that you are in. Other suppliers will not only just come with that, they can even start threatening you because you got something from them. Other suppliers, they even take people to matches, go and watch Premier League. Who doesn't want to go for Premier League in the UK? Hotels paid, bills paid, shopping paid. But at the end of the day, it costs you. Because if there's a contract now that has to be given, you will be biased toward that supplier. Today they will give you the match, tomorrow they will give you a car, the next day they will give you this and that. Obviously, you will not look at anybody else to be rational in your eyes. But as we always say, it always leaves a trail. Yeah? Because from what contracts you have been giving that supplier, it can tell a story. If today you give the same supplier a contract of 100 million, next month you're giving the supplier a contract of 78 million, the other month you're giving the same supplier 180 million, it shows there's something. So those that audit, they know, yeah, they know that this trend is potential for fraudulent activities happening. Okay? So let's not put ourselves in in a bad position. We have got a reputation, a career to protect. Okay. Any other comment, question? But you know these things are happening, eh? If you're in a position to take a bribe, would you take it? This question, when I asked the class, they said yes, we'll take it, but it's risky. Okay.